केयूराणि न भूषयन्ति पुरुषं हार चंद्रोज्वला न स्नानं न विलेपनं न कुसुमं नालंकृता मूर्धजा वाणी एका समालंकरोति पुरुषं या संस्कृता धार्यते क्षीयन्तो खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम्. Dear Modi, dear Toastmasters and distinguished guests, good morning to every one of you. What I recited now is a shloka, which is a poetic form in ancient India. This is taken from the book Niti Shatakam, that is written by Bhartrhari. See how the literature of that century is now talking to us.
Yes. Can I be the right? Am I talking to you? You mean?
Not you are talking. What I mean is that the writer of that century, Bhartrhari, is talking to me now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All of us. That's what I want to say. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, it says that bracelets worn and the upper arms of a person, it doesn't decorate, or the garlands which shines like a moon, Chandrojwala, or taking bath and cleaning yourself, or applying ointments of fragrance, or nakusumam.
But that is not true, you know. I mean, when we are getting married, we want to do all this, no? They decorate us. So it depends on the circumstance when we want to get decorated. If you are bridegroom who wears the keyura on his arm, so the bride who wears the, bajuband, they want it, no? Even if the mother says don't, they will get from a rent from somewhere and take a 1 gram gold and wear it. I mean, it depends on the circumstance.
Toastmaster Ballal, I have to complete my shloka and I have to completely explain myself. So the point is, you're eager enough to know what it is completely.
Okay.
But right. As I finish it, I hope that you'll understand it. It's not the bath taken or the flowers or that alankrita murdaja is that well-combed hair, decorated hair that makes a person decorated or embellishes a person. But Vani Eka, it's only the speech or only that sound which comes. Samalankarodi Purusham, that's what decorates a person. And what is that? It is Samskrita, Samskrita Dharyate. Now the theme of our meeting is about Guru. So what the Samskrita Dharyate is that which we learn from our Guru, which is culturally refined. So whatever that information, that sound which is culturally refined and that comes from the top wisdom of our heart, that Vani, that speech, that is what to say is that speech which comes out of us. So that is what decorates a person.
Here you are telling us about slokas, but you don't know about the impending danger right in our backyard. Do you know when the US left Afghanistan, they left so much ammunition behind that it's more than what 85% of all countries have. So we have a bigger danger right in our backyard, and you are worried about slokas. How is that going to help us?
No, we are not living in Afghanistan. We are living in India. And we know that in India, it's all mingled together. It has, embraced many cultures throughout the world, and it's all here. So discussing about anything doesn't make a difference. So I think Toastmaster Christopher will accept this. Okay, now, So that's what makes a person decorated, I said. It's a good speech. And Shiyanto Kalu Bhushanani Satatam. Shiyanto, everything decays. Kalu, verily. Bhushanam, all the Bhushanam decays, all the beauty decays. And always, Satatam, always. What Bhushanam
This
Bhushanam?
speech is based on
So what?
our theme of the day, is it?
Yeah, theme of the day, there is some relation between the theme of the day. This is not the theme of the day. What I'm explaining is about good words or good speech or pleasant words. Okay. Now, everything precious except what Bhushanam is the Bhushanam. The only that decorates a real person is what Bhushanam, that is good speech or good words that comes out of us.
There is a similar Sanskrit shloka which talks about how education fades away. It says that what ultimately remains is the ghee that you add only to the homes and havans that you do. It says that the education perishes, but the only thing that lasts is the ghee that you add to most of these rituals that has been done. What do you have to say about it, sir?
Now I am now discussing over this subject. Totally about good words. Now rituals and other slokas.
Good one,
I would
Ashwita.
not like to discuss it now. And there is a question and answer session at the end of the meeting, so that we can discuss in that session.
By then we'll forget everything, you know. We
Yeah,
have to
don't
ask when
forget
we have to
it.
ask.
Don't forget it, Osman. You can keep it on writing and we can discuss it. So no. Now let us not divert to geese now. We will take it later on. So now what is the use without consoling and soothing a virtuous word if it doesn't come out of our mouth? And if our speech creates agony and anger, what's the use? So one more, another culture I would like to say, the Holy Bible says, pleasant words are like honeycomb, give sweetness to the soul and health to bones. And one more, Holy Quran says, godly word is like a goodly tree. Root is firmly fixed and branches spread to sky. So we are listening to the importance of good speeches and how we should control ourselves. These distracting sounds are really not good in between that. I heard some sound now. Okay. Now, as Toastmasters, we are all in this path to develop ourselves, to develop our speech, and we know the importance of good words. And we are aware of the bad words.
You must stop now. That sneezing is considered a bad omen, you know, in some saying.
No, we are advanced and we are living in this century. And why should we go for all superstitions that exists in the society? Let us be leaders who are really
Recording stopped.
Knowledge and research based attitude. Let us have that sort of an attitude.
Recording in progress.
Now, as to know the importance of words, we should know that words are like diamonds. And for those who don't know the importance of the words that come out of our mouth, they are glass pieces for them. And to add an icing to the cake, I would like to add one more quality that we must possess. And that is what the importance that we should have as an audience who have interrupted so much to me. I would like to say this quality too should always guide us. And what is that quality? That is the art of listening. We don't want to listen. And this starts from the family to the society, to the country, to the international arena. The politicians, those who are ruling in the ruling power, they don't want to hear the farmers. They
We are learning it from Arnab Goswami.
Yeah. Even Arnab Goswami is always.
Also, Toastmaster Charlene, can you put up the objectives of Toastmaster Mohammed Kunni's speech? It's not there in the chat box.
Okay, now Mahima, you could have just chatted it to to Toastmasters Charlene. As this, you have interrupted in between. So in future, please try to do that. Now, so what Julian Treasurer, an expert
Sorry.
of sound and communication skills, what he says is, we don't hear it. Actually, we spend only 60% of our time to listen, and we retain only 25% of what is said. So this is our problem, and this has been proved from the audience now. Now, another study says that after 3 days of hearing some talk, we remember only 10% of what we have heard. So we have to search. So I think this is very important nowadays to cultivate this habit from childhood. And I hope that this is being now listening skills is also being taught in school. Toastmaster Anupama is there in the. Can she say something about this? Is she there, Toastmaster Anupama, in the, or any teachers can say about this? Means is listening skills taught in the school nowadays? Means
Toastmaster grandmother is also a teacher.
yeah, any teacher can say about this. Yeah. So this is what's happening. Now we hear from entrepreneurs saying that what is the use of all this education? Just take some pakoda, make it and go to the market and learn business, make plenty of money. So this is something like that. That is not being taught here. What is required has to be taught first. The basics has to be. This is not there in our school system, and I hope that and we have to do something in that regard to teach the importance
of listening skills.
Now, William Ury, one of the Harvard professor, is a negotiation expert. What he says is, all the negotiation experts, negotiate means those who solve problems. They listen more than they talk. They talk less and they listen more. That's how they solve all these problems. These experts, during wars they come and make compromise between the two parties. They say that listening is the need of the hour. At home, listening is the need of the hour. So at our school, that is the need. So every aspect of our society, that is listening is very important. Now, in our private life, in our family life, how many divorces are happening throughout our country, our world? It's the lack of listening. So similarly, many things happen, the lack of listening. Stephen Covey, he has said that 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. In that book, he has said that a quote of him is that most people do not listen to understand. They do not listen to understand. They listen to reply. This is our problem. Now, we never listen to understand what it is. We always, this is our tendency. It's not this is not ridiculing somebody. It's our tendency, our nature. We always we listen to reply. This is our problem. So we have to change this attitude, and we can go to meditation techniques and all. We can use these techniques to have this quality. So you can research on that. And finally, Diogenes, the Greek philosopher, has said that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we have to use our ears more and our mouth less. So to wind up, I would like to say the best decoration is Vag Bhushanam Bhushanam. Always Vag Bhushanam is the best Bhushanam. That's the good speech, good words that come out of us. That's the best decoration that we have among us. And also to enhance this quality of us, we should go to good listening. That's what I want to say. And thank you all for listening. Any questions, answers? We can continue, or it's up to the CMOD. Back to CM. Thank you.